What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Cobra Kai Season 4, episode number 7. And the rules have changed for the All Valley, and everybody except for Cobra Kai are kind of in panic mode a little bit now.
Yeah.
Daniel feels good about it just because he loves kata and like the skills competition stuff is all things that Miyagi had taught him through the years, and he feels good about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that way you can spread your points around and it doesn't have to all depend on one particular person or thing.
Exactly. And I feel like until Hawk came back, which I'm very happy that Hawk decided to make the comeback, it didn't feel like Daniel necessarily had a male competitor who could win the whole thing. Because even Dimitri's like, I'm not gonna beat Robbie Keane. Like I'm not a male. Like we're not center stage material.
But also, yes, he is. Though
I mean,
he's not terrible.
He's not. I think he's definitely got the ability. I feel like he's definitely underestimating what he can do, because even when he was doing a little training with Daniel, he threw that really nice spin kick and.
Just believe in yourself.
Yeah, totally.
Come on.
So, I mean, really, the only person who was probably in true panic mode was Johnny, because he doesn't believe in kata. He doesn't believe in skill competition. He just believes in ass kicking and fighting.
He's screwed.
So he doesn't even have a women's competitor anymore, and so his episode was geared all around finding that, and made for a couple very uncomfortable moments at the high school.
But he knows, like, keywords and phrases that he
was coached up.
Yeah, he thinks people want to hear.
Yeah.
Didn't necessarily work with one person.
Yeah.
So.
But he went to the debate and he saw his target that he wants, because this girl was aggressive. She was striking first. Mm-hmm. She was tearing shit up.
But verbally.
Verbally. Yeah. So yeah, and she was a little aggressive. So I feel like that was like, Johnny's moment, like, oh my god, we got to get her on the team. She's a badass. So I feel like that's absolutely going to happen, and she's going to be his women's champion competitor.
Well, he just needs to get a new member gift box with all the cool stuff and swag.
Yeah. Cobra Kai.
Oh my god.
Cobra Kai's got the one up big time right now, because it feels like they're all on the same page. They've got all this new gear and swag that's bringing in a lot of new recruits, and it's going to make things probably really challenging, because not to mention they've got Robbie and they've got Tory, where it feels like obviously Sam is really skilled and talented, but it feels like Robbie and Tory are probably the favorites in my opinion in terms of the fighting.
Well, and Miguel.
I think Robbie's kind of got a one-up on Miguel, because Miguel's coming off the injury. You know, Robbie looks like he's in kind of peak shape right now, and he's kind of, I feel like the lessons, and I'm wondering how this is going to play into it, but I wonder if the lessons that Cobra Kai is teaching him, and then the conversation that he had with Daniel, I wonder if that's going to kind of like scramble his brain a little bit, and be like, wait, I don't know what to believe now.
That's what I was going to say. Robbie... he may be stronger physically, but mentally, he's a mess.
He's in a bad place.
Miguel is way stronger mentally, with him feeling like he has support from all angles.
Yeah. I mean, he's also dealing with this idea that he wants to train with Daniel more, but, Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do split up. And
he's not that upset about it. And not as much as Johnny is.
Right. I mean, Miguel has already proven that he could win the tournament with Johnny's teaching. So that is definitely a one-up. It's just a matter of how strong and healthy he is physically. Because, I mean, he's coming off a very serious injury and really, really serious situation. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. But I feel like the way Robbie looked at Daniel when he left the liquor store, there was something there for sure. Because what Daniel's telling him about Silver is not a lie. He makes you feel a certain way, and we could talk about this, I feel like, forever. But Daniel does have a little bit of aggression in him. He does have a little hothead in him. He's always been very quick to strike. And it's just Miyagi, I feel like, was always very important and valuable to him to keep him calm. Because, again, there's an amazing YouTube video talking about Daniel being the villain in the original Karate Kid. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing video. But if you go back and actually watch it, he does get himself involved in situations that maybe he should have walked away from. But again, we're talking about high school kids. I would probably have kind of thrusted myself into those moments too, especially if I thought, he liked Allie. Like, a girl causes these kind of situations sometimes for a teenage boy's mind.
I'm sorry, girl causes
No, it creates guys that do crazy things.
These boys fucking cause their own shit. I mean, whether there's a female involved or not.
I mean, love makes us do pretty crazy things.
That sounds better.
So that's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
And he was a new kid, and he was trying to impress his friends and stuff. But yeah,
absolutely. This whole I need to impress whomever.
Yeah. I definitely think Daniel has a little bit of aggression in him, without question. I mean, you saw how fired up he got when he was doing Johnny's training. He's like, yeah, let's go! And, it didn't take that much from Silver to get him to sock a dude in the face in a club. So, what Daniel says about Silver is absolutely true, and I feel like maybe that might have hit a little bit with Robbie, because Robbie's going through the exact same situation. He kind of gave him a lesson, made him feel good about himself, and then went and just talked shit to his dad. It was like, I'm not scared anymore. I'm not afraid. I'm better than you. I'm not going to grow up to be like you. So I'm wondering, again, I keep talking about Robbie being kind of the centerpiece of this whole season.
Yeah.
I stand by that. And I feel like he's definitely the key to a lot of different situations and a lot of different relationships, because he is important to a lot of people. And it's whether the motives for why he's important to them is good or not. I don't think the reason Cobra Kai wants him is positive. But I feel like the reason why Daniel and Johnny want him around is positive.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of him being able to kind of navigate that, which could be a challenge because he's being pulled in 100 different directions right now. And that's got to be tough for someone who's going through what he's going through and the age that he's at. Because, I mean, it's just tough. It's just tough.
Well, and I need to know what's going to happen with Daniel's son.
Oh.
Especially with Kenny.
Yeah.
They haven't talked about that in an episode. So is he gonna say sorry? Is he gonna continue to give in to peer pressure?
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen Kenny for 2 episodes, a situation with Kenny for 2 episodes now.
Been a side character for a minute.
Yeah. He got a focus for a little bit, and then they've kind of shifted the story a little bit. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how Kenny plays into all this, because I mean, Daniel's son is one of the main kids bullying him right now. But, Tory is back in school as well.
Yeah.
And Sam went and visited Aisha, which was really cool to see her again.
Yeah.
But I feel like she completely misinterpreted Aisha's, message.
Way over her head. Well, and then she went to school and told everybody, a bunch of crap, and it's like... God, what are you, in high school?
Yeah. I see both sides of this situation. Because, again, everything that Tory and Sam have been through, I don't necessarily disagree with what Sam did.
I do.
But on the flip side, I just think about myself in that age range. And I'm like, if this punk came back to school, hell yeah, I'd lay down the law and be like, you do not fuck with me. And I get why Sam did what she did, but that was not what Aisha was giving her advice to do.
No, and it kind of sucks though, because if you tattle on somebody the way that Sam did, basically told everybody everything, you're not giving anybody an opportunity to grow and change. You're shrinking them, you're pressing them down, keeping them in the box. You have to allow people to grow and change. So shut your mouth and let it play out.
Sam is in an interesting spot too, because she has had this super nice, super just kind of, she's spoiled.
Yeah.
I think you could say that.
But if Tori's gonna fuck up, she's gonna do it all on her own. She doesn't need any help from Sam.
Yeah, but the thing with Sam is, now that she's had interactions with Johnny and had some learnings from Johnny, her whole mindset has completely shifted. She has got this new aggression. I'm not going to listen to my parents. I'm not going to do what my parents say. So, her whole attitude is completely shifted, which I think is going to be very interesting in terms of how this all plays into this stuff. Because Daniel sees it. He saw it pretty quickly. He's like, since when do we not support defense and backing away? And then Sam was basically like, when I got attacked by this psycho in school.
I totally get it, but I don't know, man. I just didn't feel like she needed to just go,
I understand why she did that. It totally makes sense why she did it. It's just a matter of agreeing with it or it being the right thing to do.
I just want Sam to be the bigger person, and I know she's tired of that.
Yeah, she is tired of that. Without question.
And again, these are children.
Right. It's going to be interesting to see how all these situations... There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of personal kind of conflict going on, and there's a lot of just outside conflict with everyone dealing with a bunch of different shit. And, you know, obviously this is all building towards a tournament, so hopefully they'll all get a chance to fight and get it all over with like we always do in Karate Kid style. But, yeah, there's a lot going on, and I'm very curious and interested to see how it's all going to play out. I'm very excited about it.
Talk about some life lessons.
I mean, this show is full of them.
If somebody's going to fuck up, they're going to do it all on their own. You don't need to tell anybody beforehand. They're going to dig their own grave.
I think that's what's interesting about this show is the idea that on the surface, it's just a fun kind of drama karate show. But if you want to do it, like kind of the way we talk about it, like we're diving into like the actual situations, I think it's a lot of fun. And I mean, even talking about Tory, she had an aunt show up talking all kinds of shit.
I feel terrible for her.
They threw a little hint in there about who her father can be, which I thought was very interesting. I immediately thought of two people potentially that, oh, you're a hothead just like your father. I'm thinking Mike Barnes potentially, or even.
But I feel like that might be too convenient of a storyline to like.
Well, the one that could be less convenient could be Dutch, who is currently on this storyline in prison. So Dutch obviously had a wild streak, and obviously Mike Barnes was the bad boy of karate. So they've all got little hot streaks. So those are the two names that came up in my head immediately when thinking about, oh, who can it possibly be? And it's going to be done very well, regardless of who the father is, because this show does the nostalgia and the callbacks so perfectly. So whether it's Dutch or Mike Barnes, I will get giddy about either one of them, but I 101,000,000%, a billion% expect it to be one of the two of them, and I don't know if we'll see it this season or if it's something we'll see later, but they definitely dropped that line in there for a reason. You're a hothead like your father. It makes sense, but we've been talking for a while. I didn't think we'd have that much conversation before this episode.
You're welcome.
But here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
How many points do you think the new kid had on the rooster today? 20?
I don't like this kid.
Oh, and that's not even counting stealing his girl.
Okay, screw you, dude.
Just busting balls.
What balls?
Is this how teenager boys talk
Yes.
to each other?
Absolutely.
I'm so glad I don't have boys. Dude, Daniel's kid, such an asshole, giving into that peer pressure.
Miggy, you've been at it since 6 a.m. That's a lot of stretching.
Yeah, tournament's in a month. Sensei's gonna be kicking our ass all week.
And you like that?
Yeah, I do.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He wants more Daniel training.
I think we should tell him tonight.
Are you sure you're not gonna back out this time?
I just wanted to make sure we did it the right way.
I think this is yours.
Oh, looks like you're telling him now.
Whoopsie!
Found something in your room you need to explain. If this is you trying to seem cool at school or rebel against me or something.
No. You know, I'm holding it for a friend. There's this kid in school who's in Cobra Kai. You know, he's been giving me a hard time.
Are you okay? What did they do?
Messing around. Name calling.
Fucking liar.
I'm so sorry you have to deal with this. Listen, I know what it feels like. I promise I'm not gonna let Cobra Kai hurt you.
It's not that bad.
You better tell Dad the truth right now. He's about to go fight for you.
Today we have a very important lesson, don't we, Sensei Silver?
Yes, we do.
Weakness. Your opponent's weakness must be exploited whenever possible.
We all have one.
Sensei Kreese doesn't.
We all do. Today,
Ooh. He said ouchie on that one.
He's like, oh, really?
Damn, they legit
Care
have
to
a
make
whole
this
getup.
interesting? What do you have in mind? Well, we each choose a fighter. 6-pack of brews to the winner.
I like it.
Oh, he does not like him right now.
So, your mom and I are hooking up.
Do you have to say it like that?
That's why you don't let Johnny start.
You see, when two people are attracted to each other,
I get it. You guys are dating.
Didn't mean for you to find out like this.
Surprised, but also not super surprised. Would have chosen someone with her food in their refrigerator, but other than that, Sensei's a good guy. As long as you're happy, I'm happy.
Aw, that Miguel. We'll keep him.
I mean, he's saying the right things. He's clearly not okay with it.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious.
You know, when Mr. Miyagi first showed me this place, I was like you. I didn't know what to make of it all. Definitely didn't appreciate it. I just knew I needed help defending myself. Learning karate isn't easy. Think of it like a video game. It might not be as exciting at level 1 when you're learning all the controls, but the more you play, the more skills you get, and before you know it, level 12. Plus, I'll give you some of the cheat codes along the way.
I think that's a good analogy to get a kid to enjoy karate.
Yeah, but also don't live there. Don't live there.
I'm just gonna wonder how this is all gonna play out because Anthony's lying.
Yeah.
Like, he's the bully.
Oh my God.
As you can see, I forgot to put the covers on when I left last night. Get ready for your first Miyagi-Do lesson. Today we call it soap on, crap off.
You've seen her fight before. What's her weakness?
Her left. She telegraphs her kicks.
Then you know what to do.
The whole Cobra Kai outfits. Look at all these.
You're just gonna dance around, you're gonna throw something.
Shit.
We should do that again sometime.
Don't get your hopes up.
We have a new member joining us today. This is Devin Lee, our new female champion.
Hi, my pronouns are she, her.
The only pronouns we accept in this dojo are sensei and student.
These are nouns.
I think what I meant.
Fucking Johnny, dude, I love it.
It's an imperative.
Oh my god.
In Eagle Fang Karate, we don't believe in fighting dirty. Cobra Kai doesn't follow the same rules, so we have to be ready for any dirty trick they throw at us.
Like when Chong Li threw dirt into Van Damme's eyes in Bloodsport.
Exactly.
Bloodsport reference.
And I saw the sequels too, not to mention Delta Force, Billy Jack, The Octagon, and Lady Dragas. Cynthia Rothrock is a beast.
Hell yeah, she is.
I saw Last Dragon.
Shut the hell up, penis breath.
Johnny's like, yes.
Let's begin!
What are we doing?
Cobra Kai pops out your shoulder, you gotta be ready to fight with one arm.
It's like in Best of the Best!
Try to... Not bad.
Pride myself on never making the same mistake twice.
Okay, girlfriend.
You're way above this beginner stuff, all right? Don't worry, you can help me out with the next lesson.
Oh shit. Oh man.
No blow is too low for them.
What does that mean?
Is she gonna kick them all in the nuts? Oh!
I don't even have those, and that looks painful.
I don't know if getting kicked there prepares you for it.
And, dude, it's not like she's going easy either.
No, she's kicking hard.
Those are like in the back of their throat.
And she's enjoying it.
They're wearing cups, right?
Cups don't make it any better, right? They just...
No, I mean, it helps a little bit.
Another one for me. Double or nothing? Okay. Mr. King. Pain.
Oh, come on.
I think Silver's making a point here.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Kenny.
Are you okay?
Back to your corners.
I don't know what to do. Robbie doesn't have a weakness.
Everyone has a weakness.
Take him down.
Yes, Sensei.
Back on the mat.
Kenny, I'm sorry.
Oh, emotional weakness.
Mm-hmm.
There. What did we learn? The common belief is you shouldn't care what other people think about you, right? Wrong. What your opponent is thinking is key in war, in business, in a fight. Don't let your opponent think whatever they want. Make them think what you want them to think. And if they think you're weak, that's when you can surprise them with your strength.
I'm really liking Silver's addition to this.
I did too.
You owe me some brewskis, brother.
Kreese is getting so irritated.
He's not laughing.
Oh, I think this is great. Silver has been an amazing addition.
Champ, your mom wants us to have a family dinner tonight, so don't be home too late.
I don't think Robbie's liking this dad treatment.
That's Miguel.
Or Miguel.
How much do you want to bet he paid for somebody to come out and clean these cars? How much do you want to bet?
He actually did it.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't. Sorry, kid. Yeah, fucking see this. Called it.
Done. I'm just finishing up with the white walls.
Hey, Artie. We're at a lemon lime, but we've got tons of glacial fruit. Dad! Dad, hey, you're back early.
You little shit!
I'm a task rabbit. I have requested to wash these 4 cars.
You paid someone to clean the cars? How?
You set up my Apple Pay with your credit card. I guess I just didn't want to do it.
Me neither, but my cat needs hernia surgery, so I got the side hustle.
You called it.
That's fucked. I didn't want to actually believe that he would do that, but... Well, here we are.
Part of growing up is to learn how to accomplish something on your own. You know, if Mr. Miyagi was here, you know what he would say right now?
I don't care.
Oh.
All you ever do is talk about Mr. Miyagi. I've heard all the stories, and I'm getting sick of it.
So you don't want to learn how to defend yourself, to learn how to use skills that will help you in your life.
Okay, well, not if it means cleaning up bird shit.
Hey, language. You know, I thought you were mature enough to appreciate all this, but I guess I was wrong. Just go back to your video games.
Ouchie.
Oh.
Where have you been? You have to tell me when you're gonna be home late.
I'm sorry, I lost track of time.
You lost track of time. She's very irresponsible, and you can't wear your mom like that.
I was just hanging out with Sam.
See, he was just hanging out with his girlfriend.
We just want you to be safe, right?
Right, we want you to be safe.
Oh my god, Johnny.
Protection.
Oh my god, Johnny!
Just stop it. At first, I thought it was a little weird that you two were together, but I figured I would just get over it because I wanted you two to be happy. You said that nothing was gonna change, and now everything has changed. It's weird at class, it's weird here. I'm over it.
That was quick.
Well, damn it. Johnny, speak with your own mind. Don't be like, yeah, well, you know what you said. Okay, well, but this.
Yikes, dude.
Aw, Mr. Miyagi.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I was just, looking around.
There's no need to apologize. I'm just surprised to see you in here. That's pretty cool, right?
What is it?
That's a technique that I hope none of us will ever need to use. Be careful with this. I thought you didn't care about any of this stuff.
You know, everybody has these amazing memories of Mr. Miyagi, and, I never really knew the guy. You know, I've always felt,
Out of the loop? You know what I'll never forget? When you were born, Mr. Miyagi wanted to pick you up. He was holding you in his arms, and you know what you did? He kicked him in the face. It's the first time I ever saw anyone land a kick on him. You got him pretty good, too. Yeah, Mr. Miyagi just laughed, and he said that you were gonna be a handful, and that someday you'd also be the one who'd be protecting this family. Look, Anthony, I don't want to pressure you into doing anything you don't want to do. I was just hoping that maybe you might want to learn a little bit more about what this all means, you know, and to be able to defend yourself against this bully.
Tell him the truth.
Nothing.
Come on!
You know, don't worry about this Cobra Kai kid. I handle it.
Yeah, no, perfect opportunity to be like, by the way, I'm the bully.
What do you want?
I just want to talk.
Maybe we could try starting over.
Well, I got nothing to say to you. La pusso.
Call me that one more time, and you'll regret it.
Sorry, I forgot you were so sensitive about that. La pusso.
Shit.
Now Kenny's the one instigating.
What the hell?
Bunch of idiots. 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 Idiots.
Oh, damn, Kenny.
Marcus?
This kind of shit scares the hell out of me.
Whoa, dude. I guess Robbie's message didn't land.
Finally got you alone.
Hey! What's going on in here?
Damn,
Shit.
dude. The Cobra Kai teaching get him in trouble.
Look, if I'm acting a little weird, it's only because I don't have any experience with this. Ask me anything about karate or 80s rock or Rowdy Piper, I'm your guy.
Yeah, Rowdy Piper. He looks very similar to Rowdy Piper, you know that?
He's got, yeah.
My dad left when I was in kindergarten. I barely remember him. My mom did everything she could. Married a rich prick thinking that would be a good idea. It only made me miss my dad more. Couldn't figure out why this is all happening. I didn't have a male role model growing up until I met Kreese, and you know how that went. I didn't want to be like him or Sid. My own dad took all that bullshit I felt from them and I put it on Robbie's life. I can never fix that. And I don't want to make that mistake again. Clearly, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Aww. Yeah, some things are gonna change with you and my mom being together. And it feels kind of weird to say it out loud, but I don't know, there's also a lot of things that I want to stay the same. Like you being my sensei.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Aww. I feel like with Johnny, you have to literally... I'm getting teary-eyed with these kids. You have to literally tell him exactly what you need him to do and or say.
One of the most badass kicks in all of karate, the flying tornado. Wasn't sure if you're ready for it, because it's a pain in the ass to master, but you don't mind a little pain, do you?
No, sensei.
Neither do I. Nice place you got here, but could definitely use a woman's touch.
Does your dad know you're here?
I told him I should be learning both styles. That's what I'm gonna do.
Uh-oh.
We're not exactly sure what happened here.
But whatever it is, we expect there to be a severe punishment for this.
I've already spoken to the parents of the other offending students involved, and we're going to be suspending them and your son.
None of this is Anthony's fault.
I'm afraid we have proof. Turns out this isn't the first time. Anthony and the others have apparently been cyberbullying Mr. Payne for some time. I've seen enough evidence to conclude that Anthony has been a real bully this year.
Wow. That's not the way you want to find out.
It's not.
I got you.
Kenny.
This new attitude, Kenny, is not good.
Man, that was word. Are those bomb we buy? Old 33s. They've changed a bit since the war. To the victor go the spoil.
Well, now I want to try that. What is that?
We should remember what happens to soldiers who don't follow their leader. Is this about... Quiet!
Oh,
I'm not
what?
done speaking, Lieutenant. The other day when we were teaching, you told the students that I have a weakness.
I said everyone has a weakness.
No, you specifically talked about me. What do you think my weakness is?
It was just a lesson for the class.
You're afraid to tell me.
Losing. The big one.
Do you remember the cage? We both thought we were going to die. I wasn't afraid. You were.
What do you expect it
If
to
it
be in
wasn't
that?
for me, you'd still be back in that pit. Correct?
Yes.
I'm the one who got you out of that cage then, only to find you in another one that you created for yourself. I always looked out for you, Terry, and I always will. But you need to fall back in line and follow my lead, because there's a lot of landmines out there. And if you don't watch where you step,
Threat.
it's all gonna blow up.
Threat! Threats!
You don't mind, do you?
No, Captain.
Oh, man.
So, traumatize your co-sensei. Cool. Got it.
And friend.
Jesus Christ.
I hope Silver whoops his ass.
Honestly.
That... Just the way he used the trauma of their war to prove a point is just... That feels dirty.
It is dirty. Well, I mean, as Johnny talked about before, they cheat. They play dirty. We have to be prepared.
Man, Silver has been such a great addition, and I feel like for the first time, we're actually seeing some cracks in the Cobra Kai kind of relationship.
They're showing their weakness.
I'm so, like, that opens up so many doors, I feel like, of where this could go. Does that at any point lead Silver to switch sides? Does that lead Silver...
That would be amazing.
Does that lead Silver to pull back all of the money that he is giving him? And like, you don't like what I'm doing here? Cool, I'm going to take all this dope gear back.
I don't think he would do that, honestly. I think he really does actually care about the kids now.
He does, for sure. And that's always been the goal, is to teach the children how to make themselves better. Like, obviously, Silver has a different kind of mindset than what Kreese has. Kreese is super aggressive, and like, I feel like he wants to teach the kids, but it's really just all about himself. Like, I don't know, but when we knew Silver was going to be in this show, I kind of had my guesses of what it was going to be like. I didn't think it was going to be like this at all. I didn't think he was going to be like the moral compass of Cobra Kai.
Right?
Like,
I thought he was just going to fucking try to torment everybody in Miyagi-Do.
I thought it was going to be a lot like what we saw from him in the past, but they did a really good job of kind of establishing why he acted the way he did back then and kind of show that he has grown and changed as a person, which I think is really important and valuable. And just this idea that even him just giving a simple lesson that everyone has a weakness, that Kreese would take that so personally, be like, I don't have one, then why the fuck did Miyagi whoop your ass multiple times?
Because you do.
Because you have a weakness.
Yeah.
And it's your aggression.
Yeah.
That's how Miyagi played into it every single time. But the fact that he was able to trigger Silver there, bringing up the cage and the war, that's like that's fucked up. Because he's a phenomenal actor. He had like the lip twitching. You could tell that he was like in a really bad place.
It was the chin wiggle.
Just that whole situation, I'm so fascinated now to see where it goes. Does that create a kind of situation where Silver's now down on himself? Does it motivate him to do something more? I feel like this could go down so many different roads. You bring back a trauma like that someone doesn't want to think about, it could be a really negative impact on him. And is that Kreese's way of saying, like, this is your weakness to him? Like, I have control over you because of what I did back then?
Maybe.
That feels really dangerous. Like, really dangerous.
I would like to also know from our military personnel, do you continue to use your rank that you had in the military with your
I would say no.
friends afterwards?
I would say no.
Because I feel like that's real shitty. Like, you don't do that.
They're so far removed from the military at this point that's just I feel like that's a cheap tactic from Kreese to be like, I'm bigger than you.
Mm-hmm. Even though you're a little man. You're little.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And I fully believe Silver would whoop his ass in a fight. But I feel like a lot of this has been brewing for a couple episodes now. And the fact that they did the whole little competition and Silver essentially let, Kreese win. And then he's like, oh, double or nothing. And then he used Kenny to beat Robbie. I feel like that really kind of just, what was building just kind of set him off even more. And then the fact that he mentioned this idea that, Kreese has a weakness. That dynamic's going to be interesting to see how it plays out because, again, I feel like that opens a lot of doors and a lot of potential for a bunch of different potential reactions from Silver.
Yeah.
And so it's the drama's everywhere.
The drama is real.
And, the whole situation with Johnny and Miguel now, hopefully they were able to mend that and kind of get the awkward and uncomfortable stuff out of the way. Like, that was an emotional moment.
Yes, he almost got me crying.
I mean,
because that was really sweet. I thought Miguel was going to cry.
Miguel was crying. He had a tear in. He had teary eyes. Yeah, the whole "I want you to be my sensei" thing. Yeah, he had tears in his eyes. That was an emotional moment.
Sweet baby.
And it does have to be uncomfortable for all of them, especially with the story that Johnny just told. He's like, yeah, I grew up with someone who wasn't my dad, and I didn't like the way that all my mom's boyfriends would try to discipline me, and I don't want to be that person now. And it definitely creates an interesting dynamic because it's now basically the role that he's in. Mm-hmm. And you immediately felt the change in the way Johnny was teaching Miguel, pulling him to the side, patting him on the head, like trying to protect him, and then the other students noticed it immediately.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that kind of just gets put aside and they put it away already. And
I'm really hoping that he can break through to Robbie, though, with all of this. Because I know that, like, he feels like he put everything that he grew up with, he put it on Robbie's life.
Oh, 100%.
And it's like, I mean, Robbie doesn't have to give him an opportunity to say sorry or try to fix things or whatever, but I hope that they can move past it and maybe start a new relationship.
I'm hopeful that at some point Robbie realizes how much he's being manipulated by Cobra Kai.
I hope so.
But at the same time, I think he kind of already gets that because he said on multiple occasions, like, I don't really give a shit about them. I'm just doing what's best for me right now.
Yeah.
And it feels like the best, most stable thing for him to kind of move forward with what he's doing. And he doesn't have to deal with Johnny. He doesn't have to deal with Daniel. And just that whole relationship in that past is something he obviously doesn't want to deal with. I feel like that's going to come up at some point. Whether it's now or in however many seasons from now, depending on how far this show goes.
Right.
I think that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. I think that's a slow burn situation for sure, where at some point there's going to be an official kind of like putting all our beef aside and moving forward and basically having a reunion, a forgiveness, hopefully at some point. I mean, I hope we get there, but yeah, I feel like it's going to take a lot for Robbie to make that shift because things are kind of going his way right now in his mind.
I'm like, sort of.
In his head, things are playing out exactly the way he wants it to. He's in a position of power, essentially. He's not in any trouble right now. So I think things are going the way he wants. I just don't know how long that's going to stay. I feel like it's going to fly off the track at some point.
Yeah.
Because Cobra Kai always does.
Yeah.
Like every single time it happens.
That's true.
Like shit flies off the rails every single time with Cobra Kai at some point. So it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. But I really hope Johnny and Robbie can kind of make amends and
that would be really
be father
nice.
and son
It would
again.
be really nice to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, not that they're going to be like, oh, little happy family or anything like that. But
Maybe.
there's
You
gonna
never
be
know.
struggles.
Yeah, of course. There's always struggles, but you never... Like, it could be a happy family again. We'll see. But not happy family right now is the LaRussos because they've got hit with some truth and some reality that their son's a little shit.
Anthony, you could have fixed this. Like, just tell your dad. I feel like talking to Daniel, I feel like he's not like a judgmental dad. At least not when you like, you know, get him when he's settled.
Right, because when he's aggressive thinking about Silver, you don't want him.
No.
You don't want to talk to him.
Don't tell him anything important at that
But
point.
when he's like focused and like reminiscing about Miyagi, like that's when I feel like he's at his most calm, which might make him at his most understanding. So like he definitely, like that door was wide open for him to be like, you know what, Dad, I need to talk to you. I've been struggling with some stuff. My friends are kind of assholes, and I've kind of like let their peer pressure get the best of me, and I've been a jerk to this kid. He actually wasn't bullying me. I was bullying. That door was open, but that's a really difficult spot for Anthony too, to admit that kind of thing to your parents, because that could be scary.
Yeah.
Like, I just remember as a kid, anytime I feel like I was in trouble, I tried to hide it as much as I could from my parents, and that always just made it even worse. So much worse.
Stories. I talked to his mom.
I mean, I'll never forget the time that I swapped a grade on a document. My mom got put on the spot because she went there to defend me, and the teacher and the principal was like, this isn't the grade your son received. It was like a D or something, and I like adjusted it to move to a, like, I don't know what I did, but I made an adjustment to it, and I made my mom look real stupid for defending me.
That never fucking happened again, did it?
No.
Don't you do
that? Was bad. That was a really bad moment. But
what would you like to say to your mom?
I'm sorry, Mom.
Thank you.
I've apologized many times for that. But it's just one of those things where it's always worse if you hide it from your parents. It's so much worse.
To my mom, I'm sorry for everything that I've ever done. Oh, God.
It's just always worse for them to find out the hard way. And it's like, if you're honest and upfront, like Anthony had that moment, I guarantee it. If he would have been honest with Daniel in that moment, it would have been so much better than what's about to happen. Yeah. Finding out from the principal, having your parents go in, be like, my son didn't do anything wrong. When it's like, in 2022, we've got video proof that your son is a shit and he was the one bullying this other kid for so long. Like, that's got to be just a horrible feeling. Daniel's going to be so upset.
I mean, I feel like Kenny should get in trouble a little bit too.
Oh, 100%.
For, like, actually physically touching
There's a level.
child.
There's a level of defending yourself.
Absolutely.
What happened in this episode was he initiated it.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what was going to happen. He ran. He set the stage, and then he beat the shit out of them. So yeah, like Kenny pre-Cobra Kai, 1,000,000% all in the right. He did nothing wrong. Post-Cobra Kai, he's now kind of realizing what his opponent's weaknesses are, knew that they were going to chase him, was able to set up the library to basically be his little Home Alone attack zone, and just attacked. And he's got this new attitude now because he's feeling really good and really confident about his ability to fight and defend himself.
And
that's great.
I'm so happy for him that he feels better.
It's just about how you use it.
Yeah.
And it was self-defense to a point, and then it became aggression. And I think that's why the principal decided to suspend all of them. They're all suspended.
Yeah.
So I think that makes sense. But it's going to, again, be interesting to see where this goes with him and how Daniel handles this. How does Anthony respond to this? Because, again, we've talked about it in the past. Daniel grew up at this school being bullied and treated a certain way, and he didn't want his son to grow up that way, but in reality, his son is part of the crew that's doing the bullying. So
part of the problem.
It's going to be really interesting to see how Daniel kind of navigates through this and what lessons get taught. But
you never want your kid to be part of the problem.
No,
you want them to be the solution.
You want them to be, like, obviously kids are never going to be fully honest and upfront with their parents because parents are scary.
Well, I mean, it depends. You have a good parent, you have a bad parent.
I mean,
Things could go real shitty.
I had amazing parents, and I was scared to be honest with them when I did something wrong. Because you're always scared of the, punishment or whatever. But yeah, this season is like, this stuff's getting really intense, and like the emotions and the relationships, and it's like the moment you start feeling like Cobra Kai's getting all their shit together and everyone else is kind of falling apart. This episode now feels like there's cracks in Cobra Kai, and like Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fan are kind of getting their shit together a little bit. So Sam now kind of just sneaking away to train with Johnny, I feel like is going to be a problem. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll see where this all goes. I'm super intrigued, and I love the story that's being told, and Silver's addition has been absolutely amazing. And yeah, anything else?
I always feel like when we talk about like being a parent and stuff, we always think that we're like perfect parents, and we are not that. We are learning every day.
You learn on the fly, for sure.
So,
there is no handbook on what's right and what's wrong.
But we're doing our best.
Difficult.
Trying our best.
It horrifies me to think of my girls at this age that we're watching, because, like, are we preparing them for everything possible?
I have no idea. You always think you're like a perfect parent, and then you have kids.
Yeah. And then you think about yourself as a middle school kid, and then your kids are getting close. Like, our oldest is getting close to middle school. It's like horrifying. Shit. But yeah,
scary stuff out there.
We'll continue to document our life through TV show reactions.
Yeah.
We'll let y'all know.
Trying.
Anything else?
No.
All right. You guys leave your comments, and we will catch you guys later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.